I just said hello and then realized my mic was not on. Oops. Hello! How's everyone doing this morning? Let me get Clip Studio set up. I have way too many sources in here. I need to be like making more folders for my stuff. Oh, it's up. Where's my overlay? Here. Yeah, there we go. No, you know what? I don't like it. I like my Clip Studio thing to be full screen so you can see as much detail as possible. Yeah, that works. Okay. Excuse me. So it's still kind of morning. It's almost noon, but it's kind of morning. What do you mean audio scuff? Listen, there's no audio scuff here. Besides, your audio scuff was worse. Actually, no, your audio scuff wasn't that bad. So what I'm actually gonna do today, I'll switch over in a minute, but I'm gonna change the music because the music I usually listen to when I'm working on this comic, the artists actually allow their music to be played on stream. There's still a risk to it because one, like their announcement said specifically you can play it on Twitch, and I don't know if YouTube is different, and two, you know, AI, like automatic bots can still potentially flag something as copyright, but you know what? We're gonna live dangerously today. And we're gonna listen to fun music today. Because I always listen to like music with like the vibe of what I'm working on. So I'm working on like a silly little sci-fi comic, and so I listen to synthwave, and I think that'll be fun for you guys to get to hear too. Hello, Locke. Did have to crank me up. Should I turn up volumes? I'm also like realizing now I haven't been talking yet today, so my voice is kinda what's the word? Raspy. So yeah, I'll turn that up a tad. Does it sound better? You could say, why can I not read it? There's always this like heart thing in the way, so I can't read chat messages. Could say, you're living elite dangerously. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okay, so I've got my constant comment tea this morning, which is like orange spice, for those who don't know. And I've got ramen today because it's like lunchtime. Okay, I'm going to actually go ahead and switch my music, I think. And maybe turn off my mic monitoring. I turned on like the monitor mic thing so I can hear myself through my like earbuds, so I can turn my music on and still hear myself, but it's kind of delayed, so it's annoying, so I'm gonna turn it back off. Where's my mic? There it is. Monitor off. Yeah, that's better. And now I can listen to my music. Okay, I'm gonna turn this one off first, then move over and make sure Spotify is visible. There we go. Okay. You'll hear it in a second. And let me know if volume is good for Spotify as well. I don't hear it though. Where's my monitor? Monitor and output is on, and yet I don't hear it. Oh, here it goes. Okay. It's just quiet. Okay. I'm gonna turn myself up a tad more so you can hear me over the music, because I want to hear my music. Okay. Okay. Maybe that's still too quiet. Wait a second. There. Okay. Let me know how that is. I don't know why my monitoring sound is so quiet. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. It is what it is. So, this is how my page is coming along so far that I'm working on today. I've got most of the line art done, still got a few details, like there's a sound effect that's gonna go here, and then some details on this thing. Wait a sec, I'll turn my sketch on so you can see. Yeah, this is like a weird creepy like box thingy that has like monster teeth design on it. So I have to do the designs on the box, and I think that just that one sound effect, and then like the speech bubbles for the weird creepy voice that she's hearing. You guys have like no context as to what's going on, so if this makes no sense to you, yeah, it wouldn't. Hello, Widnyan. Good. I was gonna say good morning, but it's good noon at this point. Good time zone. You know this song? Yeah, you know this song. I'm gonna have to be careful though with my music because I am just playing my synthwave playlist on Spotify because it's mostly just the Midnight and Gunship, which are the two artists who like allow their music on streaming. But I do have like a few songs in between the two of them that are not. So like I have to be paying attention when the Midnight is that section is over and it tries to play something else. But yeah, the Midnight is good. So is Gunship. It's high noon. It is high noon, alright. 7 p.m. there. That's like the perfect time to be watching a stream. Nice. In my opinion. Okay. I just popped in the Discord and saw the two of you saying hello. I keep forgetting Lord Princess is a thing until you guys bring it up again. It's so funny. Okay. So, for right now, because I have not warmed up my hand at all, I'm gonna not start with what line art I have left. I'm just gonna start with like throwing in some base colors. And then when my hands had a little more time to wake up, then I'll kind of skip back to the line art. And this is kind of a process I've been doing already for this comic anyway, is like, I still have some lines to do, but I don't feel like doing them right now, so I'm just gonna do them later. You probably can't see what I'm doing with this, but basically what I'm doing right now, you can't see it because it's now in a separate window, but I'm pulling up that reference sheet in like its own little window and then just zooming up on the like color palette so I can use that to color her. It's a lot faster and easier that way. You can, I think I have a display I can turn on for that if you want to see it. Where is it? Hello, CSP2. There it is, okay. And then, oh, now you can see it! I'm gonna move that. Where should I move that? I have it right here, but my PNG's there. Maybe I'll just move my PNG. Where is my PNG? Oh, there it is. Bloop. Good enough. There you go. Now you can see my color window. Yeah. So this is my coloring process for comics. I think this is a pretty typical process too for this sort of thing. Oh, I'm trying to like lay it out exactly where it is on my screen. Okay. Speaking of sci-fi, Arc Raiders just launched, but PS5 doesn't have space for it. Ugh! This is why it stinks that everything's digital on PS5 and whatnot. I'm gonna have to get a good set of headphones for streaming, because my little earbuds drive me crazy. I don't have good headphones right now. My old headphones I used to use, they were like $10 headphones. They were not good headphones, but like they worked. They served their purpose. And then my headphone jack in my laptop stopped working. So I stopped being able to use them, and I've lost them now. I have no idea where they even are. But now I use my earbuds because they're Bluetooth. But monitoring my stream on my earbuds is weird because like everything just is so quiet, and I don't know why. I don't know if I can like somehow turn up OBS in general, but like even if all my sources are turned up, it's like really quiet, and it's very annoying. Like I have my volume at 100% right now, and Spotify is so quiet to me, but it didn't do that with the headphones, so I need to get myself a pair of Bluetooth headphones and see if that helps that problem. Okay. So I'm making myself a color folder, and then I'm making a folder in that color folder for my character specifically. You make webtoons? Just started reading them. Your favorite one is Second Chance Convenience Store. Oh, I have not read that one. I'll go check that one out later. Yeah, I have not published on Webtoons in a long time, but I was working on 2 of them. One of them is permanent hiatus. I'm considering deleting it. The other one is one day I will finish it, and like I will every now and then upload another chapter, but it's like 1 a year or something. It's really not really not going at all, really. But this is a new one, and I'm working on it for a class project. I'm taking a class at art school that we basically just make a comic, and that's like the whole thing. So this like episode of the comic is for the class, and I even like created this character in this story for this class and for other classes, because I want to have a really consistent senior portfolio. And so that's kind of what's kickstarted me like getting back into it, but I do want to turn this into an actual series and actually publish it on Webtoons. I need this pair. There we go. Okay. Oh, I forgot to select her horns. Oh well. Gotta start your own comics now that you have a tablet. Yeah, get on that. You can also draw comics traditionally and then scan them and upload them that way, but that is harder to do with a webtoon format if you specifically want to do webtoons. Like, it's still possible, I've seen people do it, it just requires more editing once you like put it on the computer. So if you want to use webtoon, it is easier to do digital, but you can still do traditional. If you don't want to do webtoon, then like literally do whatever format you want. Let's see. AirPods, literally the best purchase you ever made. You wanted to get Sony, she wanted to get Sony, but you said no. That's fair. I've never used AirPods, so I don't know if they're actually better or not. I have Samsung earbuds, because there was like a deal we got with my phone. I forget which. I have like an S22 or something like that. But when we upgraded to my current phone, they gave us like a deal where if we got like the earbuds at the same time, it was cheaper or something. So that's why I have them. And I would not have purchased them otherwise, because Bluetooth earbuds are expensive, and I prefer corded in general. But a lot of devices now don't have a jack for corded, unfortunately. So like my phone doesn't have a headphone jack, and now my computer also technically doesn't, because it doesn't work. So I kind of need Bluetooth, even though I prefer not having Bluetooth. And one of the reasons is because there's always a slight delay, and I play rhythm games, so I can't play rhythm games with my earbuds in. I have to play them out loud because there's a delay, and rhythm game music has to be directly on time or it messes you up. You remember I said in the last stream? Yeah. Just need to get a base set of mediums for traditional. Yeah. Yeah, it's pricey. Get yourself the Bristol board, big ol' sketchbook, and the Pigma Micron liners, or another set of fine liners that are the same. Pigma Microns are like the go-to. Everybody loves them. Professionals use them like standard liners. But the problem I've discovered with them is that they run out of ink too fast. So I use them, but I don't exclusively use them. I've also been using fine liner graphics, and that's graphics with an X at the end instead of CS. And those, Arashi, you would remember when I got that, like, art box from Jazza, that he, like, chose everything that goes in it. Those were from that box years ago, and I still use them today. They haven't run out of ink, and I don't use them constantly. If I did, they would definitely be out of ink, but, like, they're still, what's the word? Juicy. They're still pretty juicy. They're better than microns in that regard, but I like the feel of microns better. So I could recommend either of those. Brain is rotted. You just went to use Leaf It notes. I'm gonna guess. Oh yeah, emotes. Yeah. Leaflet emotes. Yeah, probably already also still foggy, because I read that and was like, what the heck does that mean? But I literally call locks emotes lock motes, so I don't know how that took me a minute. Say the name again. So Pigma Micron is like the go-to pens that run out of ink fast, but they feel amazing. And then fine liner graphics, but graphics spelled with an X at the end instead of CS. Those are the ones that I use kind of interchangeably, and they're both good. And you can find both of them at Hobby Lobby or like any other craft store. I'm gonna drink some tea because my voice is still raspy. Speaking of video games, you're really bad at them. Your brothers always destroy you in Mario Kart. You're not a sore loser and love playing them. That's good though. Rayman Legends is so fun. I love Rayman. Okay, so I am like, I don't want to say I'm an OG Rayman fan. I'm a Rayman 2 fan. So not OG, because I didn't even know about the original game being like a side-scroller until like later on. But I have been a Rayman fan since Rayman 2 Revolution, and it was one of my favorite games. Arashi can also tell you, a very good game. We both played it growing up. Love it. And then Legends came out, and we were like psyched. It was so fun. I love that game, for sure. That'd be a fun stream game. Arashi, take notes. We should do that as a collab at some point, if we can get it recorded properly. Oh, the taking notes emote. I should make myself one. We should all have, every one of us should have a taking notes emote. Not even OG Rayman 2. Yeah, I played the remaster version. Okay, but it's good. For one time, for once they made a good remaster. Original game was a Dreamcast / PS1 title. Yeah, and I never played that one. But I really like Rayman 2 Revolution. Oh yeah, I forgot it's called The Great Escape. Yeah, so Revolution is the remaster of The Great Escape. Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. Oh no, it's better than the Great Escape. Revolution is an improvement. Yeah, isn't that wild? Once upon a time, someone made a remake slash re-release slash update of a video game, and it was actually better than the original instead of destroying the original. Shocking. Okay, I think I got all the crevices there. This process is usually a lot faster. I'm always slower on stream. I think it's played... You played it around 2017 on PS4, but it's because your brother bought it and you played... When did Legends came out? Because Legends is a new one. So... hang on. Rayman Origins, if I can spell it right. Release date. Not Origins, Legends, right? I don't know why I typed Origins. Origins. Of course it's taking forever to load. Hang on, I'll do it on my phone. No, you're so good. It's like an easy game to play casually. Rayman Legends released in 2013. Okay, so it was out for a little while already when you got to it, but it's not even like an old game, it's a new version. And I think it did get a lot of people into Rayman, so... I'm seeing some buffering on my end, so let me know if you guys are noticing buffering, because I don't know what's happening like actually on the stream and what's just like my phone lagging or something. I think you messed up the name. No, you got it right. Origins is another one, I think. Legends is a sequel to Origins, yeah. So we played Origins, I think, but like they're essentially the same game. The same system and everything. So you were right. I just mixed them up for a second. I love her huge boots. They're my favorite. Oh wait, wrong color. I didn't switch colors. Okay. Yeah. Okay, see you in a minute. You're buffering? Good to know. I think the internet connection in my room is not as good as outside. Because the last stream I did like in the kitchen area, so I had the table space, and I think everything worked smoothly there. But like my laptop was buffering on Google, which leads me to believe it's a connection issue. Which means there's probably not much I can do about it, unfortunately, but we'll just keep an eye on it, and if it's bad, then I know to change locations next time. My connection's usually pretty good here, but I don't usually hang out in my room. What am I doing? Okay. It reminds you figured out how to trick yourself into practicing singing Toho Eurobeat. Yeah. I like to crank up music in my car. Like when I'm driving to and from school. I'm a little farther from campus this semester than I was last year. So I have about a 15-minute drive, and that 15 minutes is like cranked up rock music. But since I listen to the radio, it's not always stuff I can sing along to, because I don't like all of the music on the radio, but sometimes it's music I can sing along to, and that's fun. It's really fun to sing along to Evanescence. You can't judge. I don't care if it's cringe. Her voice is very fun to sing along with. It's just fun. Okay. She's got a very powerful, loud voice, so it's a good, like, practicing belting band. And it does sometimes hurt my voice too, so I have to be careful singing along to it, but it's fine, because it's fun. Okay, let's see. I need to add... Here. Her little face spots. Oh, okay. There we go. I usually do like this color cleanup after I do all of the base colors. And it's just kind of filling in any white gaps that didn't get filled properly. I will actually finish the rest later, because it might help to do like the white part after there's a background. Let's see. That's done. Next. Oh, her tail's not visible in this one, I forgot. I've got my my mug warmer again today, getting good use out of it. Cause I made my tea this morning while I was like getting ready and everything, but then I was distracted by, you know, getting ready and everything. So I didn't drink much of it, and it was like room temperature, and I was like, oh, disappointing. So pulled out the mug warmer, and now it's warm again. Where is his lines? Because I want to... Oh, I hit it. Get rid of that so I can fill this in properly. Why did that not work? What's going on? Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Why did I lose my layers? Okay. I think this is the right layer, right? Yes. So what's going on in this scene is she's on like a essentially video call with her boss because she got in trouble and she's getting scolded. So I've got like the little screen in front of her. And then I'll be, after I get all the colors in here, I'll be making like this screen. Like have a little bit of like a color to it, so like it kind of like lightens what's back here. Like this will not be as solid as it is right now, so you can kind of see the screen better and it's not like muddy and confusing. That is a later step. Okay. Oh wait, hair first. Yeah. I usually have the hair layer as like one of the top layers, but I've been doing it based on order on the ref sheet, so it's a little different than I usually do. I think that's everything. This character is very fun to draw, by the way. Ooh. It also helps that she is like specifically in my chibi style. So it doesn't even feel that serious. But 'tis very fun to get her little expressions and everything. She's very animated. And also like, you know, cheesy sci-fi vibes are like the best vibes. Oh yeah, I should have given a disclaimer. There's a little bit of like cursing and content in some of this music. Just a little bit. I don't know why I always do this, but okay. And I need her face back. Okay. I'll do that later. Okay. Gotta fill in those white details I skipped. Oops. I debated whether or not I wanted to give her boss a fang like this too, because it could be like a species detail. On the other hand, it gives her so much brat energy that it feels like it needs to be like specifically hers. So I did not give him a fang. Where's his line art? There. But I might give him like slightly jagged teeth. Like if you see him like smiling, you might see just like a little bit of a jag. I kind of did that actually when he's yelling at her. Like, it's not super noticeable, but like he's got some shape to his teeth as opposed to just doing it like a straight line like a lot of cartoons would do. But like if I did a nice zoomed up big smile or something, I might give him like a little bit of jaggedness to his teeth instead of no jaggedness. But he doesn't get the brat fang. I love this part of the song. I love the synth. Okay. And we'll do the rest of that cleanup later. Next panel. Okay. You guys can let me know if my zooming in and out is annoying. It's a bad habit. I mean, it's more necessary when I'm doing line art cleanup, or not line art cleanup. I mean that too, but like when I'm doing the cleanup of like filling in the little crevices, then I kind of need to zoom up, but I'm not doing that much of that right now. That fang, and it called you, huh? I mean, is this you? Is that you right there? Cause if that's you, yeah, we were talking about you. Actually, I need to fill that in too. Loop, loop. Part of the process, you good? Okay, as long as it doesn't like bother your eyes. Which layer is this? It's right here. It is a little sad that it is almost 1 p.m. and my brain is still slow, but I'm gonna blame the fact that I didn't finish my morning tea earlier, and so I haven't had my proper caffeine intake. We're gonna blame that. Also the fact that I stay up until like 2 a.m. and then don't sleep properly. I woke up this morning and I felt like I had not slept all night, and I don't know what that's about. So I know I was asleep for at least part of the night. I had dreams, but my body felt like it had not gotten rest. So that was interesting. Clipsy trying to give people motion sickness. Yeah, you want to get some real motion sickness? Oh, that wasn't as fast as I thought it would be. Hang on. Okay, I should stop doing that. It's probably not a good idea for people who have sensitivities. My stream is not a safe space, I guess, for visual sensitivities. Really, any art stream isn't really. Although usually I'm the one who gets motion sickness with video games, and I don't think I've ever gotten motion sick from like a drawing stream / video. And I have watched speed paints where they're constantly zooming in and out, and that's annoying. If I record a speed paint, I am like conscious about how much I'm going in and out, because this, like right now, that's not that bad. But in speed paint form, it's like whoop, 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 whoop. It's like super annoying, and it does start to bother your eyes, but that's never like made me motion sick. So it just kind of hurts. Looking at the time, thinking you need to leave for work, you still have an hour. Yeah, it's only 12:40. Yeah, it's only 12:40. You're good. For now. I have class at 3:15, so I have to be out of here probably close to 2 as well. Oh, right, her mouth. Oh. Usually when I have her mouth open, I also have her tongue visible, but I did not do that for these frames. And it's like kind of weirding me out because it changes the color composition, because she has like a yellow tongue. So now it's like so much green. So I might add her tongue in these, but I didn't like the way it looked before with like her big crazy open mouth. But we'll see. I might play with that. Sometimes you have work at 1. Oh. Well, I'm glad you don't today. 'Cause that feels not fun. I feel like I would rather start work earlier and get back earlier. Because that feels like it's like the entire day is spent at work. When it's like, what, 2 to 8 or whatever. Although I guess that's not that much different than my class schedule, because I have on Monday, Wednesdays I only have 1 class, so it's not as bad. It's just 3:15 to 5:30. But then Tuesday, Thursdays I have a 12:45 and then another 3:45 to 5:30. So I'm at school from like 12:30 to 6 roughly. Like that's obviously, you know, usually I'm gone before 6, but like sometimes I stay and grab dinner before I head off campus, and then I often get there a little bit early, and then during that like time period in between the 2 classes I'm still on campus like doing work. So it is like a full work day. And next semester might be even worse if I can get into all the classes I'm trying to get into, which I haven't, because a couple of them filled up already. Like I signed up for classes like maybe 2 days after they opened, because they don't announce here when they're opened, but that's just for seniors. Like they were just opened for seniors, and still I didn't get into a couple of my classes. So I have to like watch the wait list and see if it opens. And what really stinks is one of those classes is my portfolio building class that's necessary for seniors to take. So If I can't take it next semester, I have to take it in the fall. And I'm trying to not be here in the fall. I might be here in the fall anyway because I have one class that like I haven't been able to take the prerequisite for, so I'm taking the prerequisite next semester, and then I might have to take the next class in the fall, but I'm trying to see if they'll let me do both at the same time, which I don't expect them to. You always get on the same time. Get off the same time. Yeah, kind of annoying. I had a brain fart moment. Forgot what I was doing there. Okay. By the way, when she's muting the AI here, this is her friend. This is her like travel companion, who's like the AI built into her ship, and she's muting him because he's yelling at her and she's mad at him. That's all. And then I think his face in the next panel you see him is really fun. Hang on. I'll skip to that real quick so you can see him. Where is it? There he is. He's very upset. He's been muted. And I gave him a little X mouth. This was actually a suggestion from one of my classmates. Because I had him just doing like a big frowny face. But then I was like, I don't know if I really want to include him here. I don't know if he's like distracting or whatever. But she did just mute him. So he's just kind of like hanging out back here. And they were like, ooh, you could do like a visual to show he's muted, like an X for his mouth. And I was like, that's a good idea. So yeah, I like how that looks. He's funny. He's upset because he can't talk. And then in the next page, he yells at her for muting him. Okay. I'm realizing I probably won't actually get all through my playlist on stream. Usually when I'm working on this, it's like the whole playlist goes through because I'm like working on it for several hours at a time. But I don't have like forever for this stream, and I don't think an hour or so is gonna be enough time to play the entirety of the Midnight and Gunships music. Excluding singles that I still need to add because I've just added them like album by album. Beautiful World character? Oh yeah. Yep. Would also work in my sci-fi game that I never actually did because someone stole my idea and I didn't want to do it anymore. I don't remember what system I was using for my setting. I feel like I might have been using something like The Beautiful World. I was definitely not doing D&D. I might have actually been using Beautiful World base for it. I forgot about my ramen over here. It's probably cold now. Oop. Would you rather run that as D&D or Beautiful World? I don't know, to be honest. Probably Beautiful World. Because I was using my pre-created sci-fi setting rather than making a setting for it, right? So if I like intentionally was like, I'm gonna do sci-fi D&D, then I think I would make the setting work better with like the magic and the like super powerful hero characters and all that. Whereas I think my sci-fi setting was more down to earth and less overpowered. More similarly to how the Beautiful World works. Because you know, you said you had some like OP villains in that like world setting. But it was like normal people traveling the universe. And then like my OP hero character from like the comic that the universe spawned from, you wouldn't run into, he wouldn't be involved. I think probably the setting or the time period that the campaign would be set in would probably be before the comic takes place, like a prequel kind of thing. Because otherwise you've got like universe ending shenanigans. Or actually, I think I had set it during the time frame of the comic, but like not interacting with it. So like the main characters of the comic, their race that was like their planet was destroyed as like the beginning of the comic. I think they were still like rare characters that you could play as, but like not a lot of them would exist. But I feel like it would be easier doing the whole like traveling the universe thing to just have it happen before the comic, so you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Because no, I don't want to turn that campaign into, oh, now you've got a universe-ending like villain that you have to defeat. I am not doing that. Like someone did. That was the reason I stopped enjoying that campaign, because it was supposed to be just a chill adventure, and it turned into, now you have to go to war. I'm not doing that. Also because that'd be really unsatisfying if you got involved in that main conflict and then it ended with the DMPC defeating the villain, because that's how the comic story ends. You're back? You were FaceTiming your mom? Okay, welcome back. Hope you had a good conversation. Should run a Fate D&D campaign? Sure. We should do Mecha Call of Cthulhu? Oh yeah. Beautiful World system is fairly grounded, but still has magic and powers. Can still block bullets with swords. But guns will still kill you. Yeah. See, I think that works better for the setting than D&D. Because it's less crazy magic. And like, you know, I still have, like, you remember my main character. Who, like, has crazy powers, but he's like the only one in his group. I mean, his sister has powers too, but like his are more OP. But like he is like the savior character, and the others are kind of normal. So that could work of like some people have like magic or something equivalent to magic, and then most people don't, kind of a thing. Still confused on D&D and how it's played and everything. Well, basically, you roleplay characters and you roll dice to, like, fight and do skills and stuff. It is more complex to actually learn how to play, but that's kind of the basics of it. It's like a video game where you get to, like, choose what your character says, except you get more control over it. Get 2 bags of holding and jerry-rigger trap to make a singularity. Oh no. Yeah, you remember the character I stole my name from. I have, since stealing that name, when his name, I call him Eclipse, because that's like the full version of the name. But, yeah, that's where I stole the name from. What am I doing? Oh. Dice simulate random chances happening in the world? Yeah. Exactly. Like a board game with more narrative. We'll do D&D on the Storm Squadron channel. So you guys can see how that works. Sounds like it would take a long time? Yeah, it can take one session. Like, there are one-shots that, like, when you get together for a session, it's like a few hours long. Well, it can be anywhere from like 1 hour to like all day, depending on the group and everything. But like, generally it's like a few hours, maybe like 3 hours or so. And that's like a session. And then there are one-shots that are just that 3 hours and then it's done. So it's kind of like a short story you play together. But then there are also campaigns that last anywhere from like a month to years. Our first campaign, what was it, 7 years? Our campaign lasted for, 6 or 7 years. Hang on, so I was like a sophomore, I think? So it would have been, hang on, thinking back, 2013 maybe? And then it ended after I graduated. Yeah, probably 6 years. Feels right. I think 6 years is about right, yeah. But yeah, that was a long campaign. You can play shorter campaigns, but a lot of them lasted a long time. My campaign that I was doing with a group here in my college town has been put on hold, and it's never gonna get finished. I already knew it wasn't gonna get finished. We were kind of accepting it already. But, 2 of the members of the group moved out of state, so we can't play with them physically anymore. And we kind of had the discussion of like, oh, we should do it like over Discord or something. And then nothing was ever done with that. We haven't talked about it since. So I'm just like accepting we're never gonna play again. But, we were playing that for like 2 years. Before now it's been like stopped completely pretty much. But I don't think we were even close to the end of it. Actually, we might have been close to the end, I don't know. Fill the bags with several tomes filled with glyphs of warding. That way you either get an explosion or an implosion. Oh. Yay! I have a feeling having Locke on a D&D party would be chaos. No prior DM experience, by the way. Yeah. Arashi ran our first campaign with no DM experience because we did not know anybody who had DM'd or was willing to DM, and kind of like our experience in general, like we knew a lot of people who were like, oh yeah, I've always wanted to, can't find a DM, nobody wants to DM. Like that was the universal experience. And so he went, then I'll do it. And then we did it, and none of us knew what we were doing. Like none of us had played before, he hadn't DM'd before, but we had a great time even though we did a lot of things wrong. My first character, I didn't roll her stats right. So like the most typical way to roll your D&D stats is to roll 4d6. Is it 4 or is it 3? It's 4, right? Yeah, 4. So you roll 4d6, but then you drop the lowest number and you add up the other 3 numbers, and that's your stat. But we didn't know what we were doing, and I rolled 3d6 instead of 4 and just took those numbers. So my first D&D character had an intelligence of 3. And I was not mad about it. That became like her character trope or quirk, I guess. She was just an idiot. Couldn't even speak improper grammatical sentences. And called herself in the third person. And was just a naive dummy that everybody loved. It's actually something that I want to do at some point. I want to do YouTube videos that are kind of like telling stories about my D&D experiences. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time, but just haven't like sat down and done it. Because I have to like write up a script and decide what exactly I'm gonna tell about in the video. And I'm always like, what do I even say? What stories do I even have? Even though I have so many stories. But also I have to like draw it all out. Like story time style, draw the characters and everything. So it'll be work. It'll be some work, but it'll be fun. Dumb anime girl syndrome. Yeah. Tenchi was also a cat girl. She was the cat girl uwu. Ugh. I had the most weeby character and yet we all loved her. We totally also made fun of weebs. And then would make D&D characters who were purple-haired cat girls. And literally said yeah and referred to themselves in first person and were named things like Tenchi. The arena. Oh. Ooh. I have to see if I can tell that one in a way that makes it clear how epic it was. So that was such a good moment. The arena moment, that was like Tenchi's ultimate spotlight moment. It was like the best thing ever. Because Tenchi had this problem in the party where we played with a lot of min-maxers who shouldn't have been as powerful as they were. Like, one, it didn't make sense how they got them to be as powerful as they were. Like, they cheesed the mechanics. But two, they would like homebrew things that's good, and then Arashi, not knowing what he was doing, would be like, sure. And then we'd later be like, maybe that wasn't a good idea. But because of that, Tenchi was really underpowered. And she was kind of useless, because she was just a normal rogue. She didn't have any min-maxing whatsoever. And then the arena was like, our characters were essentially captured and forced to fight in this arena against like a competitor who was like an equal match for them. And it was epic. And people actually got to see Tenchi being cool for once. And she did actually win that arena fight, like, by just rolling really, really good numbers. It was like a tough, what's the word? Tactics based. Because, you know, sneaky against sneaky. It was trying to get the upper hand. And, you know, rather than, it wasn't like face-to-face combat. It was so fun. And then everyone afterwards was like, oh my gosh, Tenchi's actually really cool. Was a very serious campaign trust. Yeah, our campaign where my character was a purple-haired cat girl named Tenchi who referred to herself in the third person and was a total idiot. And one of our players was a Warhammer 40k orc. And another one was the very stereotypical blonde, curvy woman who would flirt her way out of things. It was a very serious campaign, actually. Grimm's Power Claw was and wasn't one of those because we had the damage rolled on a d20. Huh. That's a very hit or miss. Like, that could be good damage, or that could be garbage damage. Huh. Okay. Okay. Good. Next panel. By the way, Grimm was the 40k orc. Grimskull. Oh, I forget what his other name was. Was it Grimskull Edcrusher? Or something like that? It was like, if I remember correctly, it was the name of the orc that was in one of the games, but it was like the heads reversed. Or heads. The names reversed. If I remember correctly. Arena fight ended with a single sneak attack. Had fun running that session. Forgot our werebear character's name, but he broke that session. He wasn't supposed to be able to get out. Oh yeah, he broke free and we ended up escaping. That was the thing. I forget his name too. But he was great. I loved that character. He was like the calm, quiet, like kind of the straight man of the group. But he rolled like 3 consecutive nat 20s and you couldn't take that away. Yeah. It was really cool. It's one of the interesting things with D&D, like, I hate when that happens. So, like, you know, in a choice-based video game, obviously, a set of outcomes, like, this leads to this, leads to this, you can't break that. But then with D&D being roleplay, there's a chance for, like, the campaign to be totally derailed, which can be a problem. Like, if you have a story that your DM's trying to portray and then you completely go in an opposite direction, like, that's problematic. But it can also lead to, like, you making choices that the DM didn't expect that end up kind of improving the story. So that's one of the fun things about D&D that makes it kind of unique from other similar things. I need to fix these bits that are not lined properly. There we go. Grimskull Mag Uruk Edcrusher. Oh! I forgot he had more than 2 names, like a middle name or whatever you want to call it. I just remembered Edcrusher. He also wrote a, like, short story for Grimm's backstory, which was pretty cool. Printed out, I gave it a cover and a title and, like, passed it out to us to read. That was fun. And then Tenchi ended up being revealed that she was not actually from the continent that we started on, and that was part of the reason why she could not speak fluent common. I mean, technically she could, kind of, but she spoke, like, essentially broken English. And then it was eventually revealed that she actually came from basically the world's equivalent to Japan. Yeah, imagine that, the weeb cat girl came from Japan. Go figure. But then after the campaign ended, she went and she moved there. And, Probably got one of the best endings of any of the characters, because a lot of them ended. Actually, no, wait. Oh, what's the bard's name? Avant, right? Avant. Our bard, he actually ended up being like the heir to the throne, and then he became king, and that was pretty cool. So he got a pretty good ending. And then Grimm ended up being the judge of that city, and then Evangeline got married and had kids, didn't she? So she got a good ending. I think it was just what's his name? Our sorcerer half dragon. I think he just got a bad ending. But in my head it was like, oh, everyone was depressed after. But you know what? I think it was just like time skip era that a lot of people were depressed because of all of the things that everyone had been through. But then like Tenchi essentially got a healing arc where she like went all by herself and lived in her own country and just had a normal job and enjoyed living. Oh, Arashi, this is the playlist, or the song that's playing now. This is the kids album. I think you said this was like the one you hadn't listened to. Now it's playing that album. Avant Rosemary, yeah. Heir to the throne, now king. Based on the war boss from the first Space Marine game, yeah. What am I doing? This is done.
And every time you turn the switch off of one of those persons, you dampen the glow. It's the fundamental question of whether this society is going to find a way to make itself...
Evangeline revived her lost love and got married. Werebear revived his clan. Valis went north to claim his father's throne. Grimskull became War Master of the High Court. Yeah. So Evangeline's quote-unquote lost love was a character who like joined one session, I believe, because it was like a friend who joined in and then didn't become like a permanent member of the party. And so we had some story about how their character died. And then he and Evangeline were like flirting. She was devastated he was dead. So that ended up like coming back around, being like she brought him back from the dead essentially so they could live together, and it was like a full circle moment. So that was pretty cool. You went and listened to it? Nice. Up north, fighting blood orcs alongside the last of the High Elf Knights. Yeah. Being edgy. Because he was edgy. Because remember, that was the player that brought all his real life angst into the game. So he was like, yeah, Valis is an angry, unhappy person now. And we were like, okay. This panel is also not finished. There's gonna be effects on it. Her eyes are gonna be all shadowy and weird. Because the creepy big bad guy is like kind of mind controlling her. Actually, I'm gonna not color in her eyes for now in that one, since I'm adding effects to it later. I might just color them in black and then go from there. Trying to remember what's on what layer, because not everything is visible in these. Okay. Hair. Does she have any pink in this one? Yeah, her skirt. Oh. Having dinner from this place called Whack? Knockoff of McDonald's, but so much better. Oh, interesting. I could go for a good burger or something. I've been craving Taco Bell, of all things. Like, it stands for We Ain't Clowning. Wait, that's great. That's so funny. A knockoff of McDonald's called We Ain't Clowning. I love that. I respect it. Yeah, but like, when Taco Bell like released their chicken tacos, I kept getting ads for it, and I was like, ugh, I want one. Why do I want one? I never crave Taco Bell. But yeah, the craving has not gone away. It's been probably months. So one day I'll just have to go get a Taco Bell burrito. They're pretty cheap. They're not expensive. So it's doable even on my college budget. We need to finish Ruri Rocks. We do. How many episodes are out now? And Cinderella Grey. Cause I'm sure we've missed several releases, right? I was gonna say I'm gonna be home this upcoming weekend, so we could watch it then, but I don't know how many are there and if we can watch it then. It was open because of the boycott. Oh! Which boycott was this? I mean, if it's political, maybe don't say in chat, because I have rules against political stuff, but if it's like regular food drama, then you can share. Because I am not well versed on McDonald's history, to be honest. I know people have been mad at them for like food quality and stuff, but I don't recall a specific boycott. Unless it was like when people heard their chicken was fake or something. I don't remember. Yeah, we had been watching Ruri Rocks as it came out. We'd been keeping up with it. And then we stopped because I moved back to college. I'm glad to hear it's not a political thing, because it gets annoying following like store and restaurant drama that's political. Like, what? Why are they even involved in politics? 13 episodes. How many had we watched? Probably like close to half. I like this one. Lost Boy. Lost Boy is my favorite song from this album, I think. I think Arcade Dreams is a good one too, if I remember correctly. And Explorers. Okay. I think that's all of my base colors for her. Now I gotta color this guy. Hang on, I have a rough sheet for him. Open. Okay, and I have to change the shape of this because his are up and down instead of side to side. There we go. I don't care what you think of the business taxes. Make my make my rap clown. Oh yeah, we gotta watch Precure. True. You know what else we need to watch, speaking of which, because it's a classic that I have never even like looked into really. Tokyo Mew Mew. I know like nothing about it except that cat girls, magical girls, and it's really popular. All products that are affiliated with a certain country. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know other countries were doing boycotts, but that doesn't surprise me. So what I'm getting from you is that it's tariff related or related to that kind of those current issues, the economy issues, which is annoying. That like, you know, that's affecting so many different businesses and stuff. I think trying to decide if I want to just do him in the same layers as her or give him his own. I'll just do it on the same layers. I make more layers. We got through 6 episodes? That sounds about right. Oh, why am I getting a phone call? Shut up. Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that vibrate, but it was annoying. I keep getting political phone calls from a different state because people think I live in a state that I don't live in. It's very annoying. Been enjoying Soaring Sky Precure. Really want to watch Star Twinkle Precure, but that one's not on Crunchyroll. Dang. Oh, speaking of shows, I made a discovery last night. I was scrolling Peacock because, you know, I was on Peacock to watch The Office because that's what I pay the subscription for. But like, you know, all the streaming services during Halloween season have like their specific Halloween section you can scroll through. So I was like, I wonder if they have any good Halloween movies I can watch. So I was scrolling through and I accidentally made a discovery that Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV show that I've been watching, is not the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Apparently there was a movie before that was a like horror comedy, I guess, because it was in the comedy section. And so I guess it's supposed to be like a funny thing that like she's like a valley girl who's fighting vampires. And with that context, I feel like it all makes more sense. But I put it on my list to watch later because now I'm curious. And it kind of like, from what I saw from like the description of the movie, it sounded like the TV show is essentially a sequel. So like in the show, she moves to this new town from California. She's like, I want a fresh start. I don't want to fight vampires anymore. I want to just be a regular girl. Like, I'm done with this. It's already screwed over my life. I got kicked out of school. And like had to stop doing cheerleading and all this stuff. And then in the movie, from the description, it talks about how like she has to stop doing cheerleading to fight vampires, and she's like a valley girl in California. So I'm like, I'm seeing the connection here. It seems like the show's practically a sequel. But if that's the case, they took it in a much more serious direction for the show. Oh, this is a good song too. Which one is this? Is this Explorer? Yeah, this is Explorers. I really like this song too. What am I doing now? I'm less familiar with his design because I made it more recently. Okay, we need his shirt color. Been enjoying anything. Please tell me if this is funny or not. Your sis was wearing a robe that looks like Santa's fit. Told her. I think in the moment it would be funny if I got it in the moment. But obviously if she didn't get the joke, then she wouldn't find it funny. It's kind of funny. Just like Stargate? What's just like Stargate? Wait. Did I say something? Or... I'm confused. I'm trying to figure out what the Stargate comment was in relation to. Was it related to the character, the song? Something that was said? I'm probably just slow. This is probably my problem. Okay, hair. His beautiful sonic blue hair. Hello! Welcome in, Clonoa. We're working on a little webcomic project I'm working on. What's next? His sleeves. Buffy is just like Stargate. Oh, like with the movie then spawning the show. The one difference here being, the actors are not the same. And it's a very different approach. I don't know if that's similar with Stargate, where like it was a different vibe originally or not, but yeah. The Buffy movie is like not even same characters. I think it was like 92 that the movie was released, and then the show came out 99. So a bit of a gap in the in the years there too. I wonder if like the movie gained popularity later and they remade it, or like someone else went, you know, I could do better with this and did something different, or what the story there was. I bet somebody knows that's not me, because I'm not an OG Buffy fan. What did I do? Okay, where's his eye color? These characters both have purple eyes, and it's not to make them match, it's just because I liked the color palettes, but also they are supposed to kind of work together color-wise. Because, you know, they both go in the same comic together and have to be seen together, so they have to look good next to each other. What's up? Nice to meet everyone. Nice to meet you too. Still need to get the PS3 capture so we can play Klonoa. Yeah. Will the comic have a dub or just a simple comic? Just a simple comic. That'd be pretty cool to get it dubbed, but the plan is to eventually put it on Webtoons. So it's like scrolling format. Very, very long format. And I kind of explained this earlier, but I'll explain it for you since you just popped in. I'm working on a class right now for art school, where we're making a comic for the class, and so I'm doing this for my project, but then making it kind of like episode 1 of a longer series, so I can continue it as its own webcomic after the class is over. So it'll still be a little while before I actually like post it publicly, also because I kind of want to try and put it in Webtoons little contest thing, because that's a good way to like kind of gather an audience for it, I feel like. Because right now Webtoon is a lot harder to get into than it used to be. Like when I posted my first ever Webtoon comic, it was so easy to get viewers. You know, people were scrolling down through the list of comics all day and would just see your comic pop up, go, that looks interesting, click on it, read it. Even if your art wasn't that good, which mine was not. Like, I had a decent number of viewers, and the art was kind of terrible, to be honest. But then that kind of dropped off. Webtoon is not what it used to be. So it's harder now, I feel like, to get an audience. So putting it in the contest would help. And then, like, if you're one of the top comics, you get to be, like, a Webtoon original. So that'd be really cool to, like, essentially get a publisher that way. But I believe that contest happens over the summer, so if I wait for that, then I'll probably be uploading this comic in the summer, and then like until then work on more of it, hopefully, so that I have like more right away that I can upload. Just effort to like keep up with at the time, like when I upload it. Because I will probably be doing an internship this summer. SG-1 is a direct continuation of the Stargate film. That's what I thought. No problem. Yeah. You can always ask me questions about what I'm doing, and I will always explain myself again. I don't mind repeating myself, because honestly, when I talk, Arashi can tell you, like, we have conversations in person that are like the same conversations we've had 5 times already. Oh, because sometimes I just want to yap. And I love talking about my characters and my stories. So also, this goes for all of chat. You're also welcome to ask questions about the story, the characters, the process, like anything. And I will appease you. There's gonna be a lot of touch-ups needed, but that's okay. Okay. His mouth. This is the one problem. I didn't add his open mouth on the reference sheet. And like Zoo, the main character, I've already designed her full design, so she's got a color for her mouth. Like I'd mentioned earlier, she has like a yellow tongue, but you can't tell in this. So like I had to choose a color for that. But I didn't do that for him, so now I have to decide on a tongue color for him, which is okay. I'm just gonna put this here. So the like inside of their mouths for both of them is like the color of the like accent on their skin, which I'll show because let's do this. Zoom up. You can see the gradient. So it's kind of like what would be blush for us, for them is like green. So because of that, it's like, oh well, that's probably like the color, like their color of their blood kind of a thing. Like that's the warmth of their skin. Although it doesn't look warm for them, but you know what I mean. Like that's for our skin. That's how it works. It's like areas with like more blood flow, or like where the veins are closer to the surface of the skin or whatever, like that's where it's more red for us. So if I go by the same logic for them, it would make sense that that like the inside of their mouth would be that color. And where is this? Oh, there we go. So that's why I kind of have that the inside of their mouth is green. And then their tongue has to be like essentially a lighter shade of that. That's kind of in between that and their general skin tone. At least that's how I approach it. So he's got actually like orange skin. Hers is pink. His is orange. So it would also make sense for him to have a yellow tongue, although a different shade than hers, because hers is like a lime, like yellow-green. Checking my channel, it has been a year since you made a video. Yeah, so I guess backstory time. Woman moment. Wait, what was the woman moment? Was this me forgetting something? What did I forget again? Like Spock's green foundation in classic Star Trek. Yes! Which I think they made him less green as the series progressed, and I think that's kind of sad because I liked the idea of it because he's got green blood. Already loving the characters' designs. Thank you! Okay, so to explain to you why I have not been publishing, I am a college student full-time. I'm in art school, and art school is demanding. So I don't have a lot of time to do personal projects because I'm busy, like I'm doing right now. This is actually a school project. I'm busy doing school projects. So I don't upload videos often, unfortunately, and during the summer usually I do more because, you know, with it being class schedule, usually I'm more free in the summer. Although last summer I was really busy, and this upcoming summer I'm supposed to be doing an internship, so I'll probably also be really busy. So I might not be able to upload as much as I have in previous years. But, where was I going with that? Again, woman moment. Just drawing a blank. But yeah, I kind of just do videos like when I have the time to dedicate to it, cause it's really time consuming. It's easier to fit in streams in my schedule than videos, because with streaming I go live, I do the thing, I'm done. That's it. Like it's whatever, like 3 hours, however long I stream, that's the whole thing, and then I'm good and I can go on with my day. And then like I'm meant as like the stream topic, so that way I'm still getting work done and it's not really taking time out of my work schedule. But then with the video, you have to set up the recording situation, you have to record the video, you have to do the voiceover, you have to edit it all. The editing takes the most time. It takes a long time. So I've even had projects where I've been like, oh, I recorded it, now I just have to edit it, and then I never end up uploading it because just editing takes so long and I don't have time for it, and then I give up on the project because I don't like it anymore. But, I do have some ideas for videos that I want to record soon. It's just a matter of how soon I'll be able to go through that whole process of creating it. Might have dropped the idea completely in Next Generation. Yeah, the Vulcans in Next Generation definitely have no green foundation. Like, there's no green on them at all. That's absolutely true. Wish one day you can do whatever you want. Aw, thanks. Well, we'll see. I will probably have a busy life for until if I ever retire, when that happens. That's even a big if, because I just have chosen work-heavy paths in my life, and that's okay as long as it's enjoyable work. But yeah, hopefully one day I will have a better schedule for content creation at the very least. Your upload schedule is completely shot too, yeah. Work gets in the way. Hello, Strawberry! Welcome! Good to see you. We have a new viewer in chat today, so say hello to Klonoa. Strawberry is one of my regulars. Although I think everyone else in chat is also a regular, but Arashi is, like, essentially my coworker. We do this together. And then Locke is our streamer friend. I think that's everyone that's in chat right now, so. Introductions, yay. This is the end of the kids album, and then it's gonna go into... Oh, what is this one called? Is this one just called The Midnight? I think the album might just be called The Midnight, I forget. You got 4 more hours on the train? Oof. What's an upload schedule? Yeah, we're all in the same boat. But hey, we're all streaming this week. To some degree. We're at least doing Among Us, right? Oof, excuse me. Yeah, I didn't want to say, he's my boss, because I feel like that gives the wrong impression. New lore just dropped. What do you mean, boss? Oh, okay. So, Arashi and I do the Storm Squadron channel together, and that's like our gaming channel. It's really his channel that I'm also a part of his crew. So, in that regard, he is technically my boss. And lore-wise, like, character-wise, like, we have a ship, a spaceship, that's a cargo ship that he's the captain of, and I'm one of the crewmates of. So in that respect, he's also my boss. But we also just know each other, and we don't have, like, a boss-coworker relationship. Number 3 now. We guess you gotta talk more. I'm just kidding. No pressure. You don't have to talk more. Locke is number 1. That's interesting. Arashi is number 2. Arashi has actually been talking the most in chat this stream, so... I feel like maybe it's, people who haven't been in chat recently maybe get priority, because Locke was not here probably the past several streams, and now is here and has number 1, even though he hasn't been chatting the most, so I wonder if, like, it's like, oh, you returned to the channel, so you get priority. Something like that. Will strong arm all of us back into streaming? Yeah. Someday it'll work, right? Can you be the spaceship resident kitty? You can live in my room under my bed. Just be the cryptid. At the moment, I have a lot of free time, and we'll get your new tablet tomorrow, so you're thinking about making an art channel as well. Ooh! I'd love to hear about it if you do that. That'd be awesome. Sitting here drilling a door. You're right, like, how are you number one? Well, drilling a door. But you are! It's funny. I'm glad we've got a decent number of viewers in here because I was worried that people would not be able to make it to this time period since it's like a different time of day. And I thought people might be like busy at work or things like that, but seeing as you guys are around and able to view, I might do more earlier day streams because I've thought about doing it already, but I wasn't sure if the timing would really work out for people. I'm also going to be trying an evening stream next Thursday, I think it is. That's going to be 7 p.m. I think I have it scheduled for, and it's going to be another one of these working on my comic streams. My comic pages are due on Fridays. So Thursday stream means I'm working on finishing it up, and so it's a good timing to be streaming it. And just busting it out. I'm done with him up here. Okay. I keep losing my train of thought because I'm distracted. But anyway. What was I saying? Oh, so I'm going to be doing like a later evening stream and seeing how that goes timing-wise. A lot of you are in Europe, so you probably won't be able to be there for that one. That's totally fine. I'm just going to kind of see who's there, who's not, how that goes. Because right now, I have classes, essentially like a workday schedule. So I have, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I can stream in the morning because I only have an afternoon class. And then I have classes until 5:30 every day, except Friday, which I don't have classes, but that's when my friends and I hang out. So I don't really schedule things Fridays. So I can stream like early in the morning on Monday, Wednesdays, and then I can stream late in the evening any day. And then weekends I can stream like whenever I want because my schedule is more open. So I'm kind of testing out like the time periods I have available and seeing like what people are able to do. The power of friendship! Oh yeah, Klonoa, if you want to join the Discord, there should be a join link in the description of the stream. And if that doesn't work, we can also send a link in chat. But you don't have to join. No pressure. Yeah, we have a Discord server for the entirety of Storm Squadron, which at the moment is just me and Arashi. But we give like stream and video updates and stuff in there, and then we chat with you guys. We have an art channel so you can share your art. Oh, I need to hide her again. So I can get... There we go. Got a selection here. Ooh, wait. If this is layering on top of her, I probably want these on a different layer. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna rethink this specific frame. I'm gonna do this on its own layer so that I can kind of make him like very slightly translucent and then show her just like faded behind him kind of a deal. You haven't been able to add the board links? Hey Scan, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm glad you didn't, even if you can't stay. Hope you have a good evening? I think it's evening for you, right? What am I doing? I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Streamer brain is more intense when it's morning-ish. It's not really morning, it's 2 p.m. Okay. I should have just given him his own layers from the start. I just didn't want to. It'll be fine for the last one. Okay. Now I can actually properly hide hers. Got the cutest little blouse today. Oh! Oh my goodness! I want to see it. Of course you don't have to share it, because sometimes it's harder to share pictures of clothes than like anything else, but oh my goodness. I'm so excited for you. Quite skin tight. Do you realize your body tea, so it's fine? Yeah! That's fine, right? As long as it's not like see-through and skin tight. Oh yay, you joined. Is it okay if you share some of the art you made? Absolutely. We love seeing your guys' art. Okay. Here. I'm really excited to get to this character more, because out of what I'm making for this class, these are the only 2 panels we get to see him. Just the just this and this. That's it. You only get to see him twice. But I have like ideas for him, like he gets his own story arc and everything. And I'm obsessed with him. So I'm excited to write more for him. But that'll take some time, because I have to focus on class projects rather than personal. Looking at the screen while the train is moving is making you seasick. That's totally fine, yeah. Don't make yourself sick. I would feel the same. I can't multitask while I'm in a moving vehicle. Like, some people can read, and I'm like, how? I get so nauseous. I can't even, like, look down at a screen. Sometimes I'll try to, like, chat with people on, like, text or Discord, and then I'll be like, okay, I literally need to stop because I'm making myself sick. Which makes car rides interesting. If I have music, I'm good. Like, I can zone out to music and be satisfied for like hours. But if I'm like in a car in silence in the passenger seat for like a long car ride, it's pretty boring because I can't do anything or I'll get nauseous. Can absolutely share art. Yes. Check the channels. We have an art gallery. That's for everyone to share work. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that we have themed channel titles because it's like a space station. So just read channel descriptions if you get confused, and there's like a guide in the rules and info channel. I forget what we call it. Let me just double check. I'm giving you the right title. The information. Yeah. So in the information channel, we have a channel guide if you need to know what anything is. Only way you get really disoriented is by sitting down in an elevator. Oh. A bench on an elevator? That's interesting. Have you ever tried like jumping while in an elevator? That's weird. Connection to unstable? No! I don't think mine is that great either, so that's probably double problematic with train. Guys, I forgot to share my Halloween teddy bear last stream. While I was doing hand cam and showing off all my little Halloween friends who were around me, I didn't pick up the teddy bear that was on the chair next to me and show him off. And I'm sad because I just got him this year. He was in like the cheap section of Walmart and I was obsessed with him, and then I was like, I don't need him though. I'm gonna put him back, and then if I'm still thinking about him like later in the month, then I'll get him. And he lived in my brain rent free, and so I was like, okay, he's coming home with me. And he did, and I love him, and he's currently in my lap, and I'm working on making an OC for him. Because I have like my little series of OCs that are designed based on some of my stuffed animals. The first two being my jack-o'-lantern Build-A-Bear and my IKEA polar bear. So I was like, we started with a Halloween bear and now we're continuing with a Halloween bear. It's very fitting. But anyway, I didn't show him off, and I'm sad. Because I want to share his cursed spookiness. Took you a whole week using your fingers. Wait, you draw with your fingers? Wait. People who do digital art with their fingers are like god tier. Ooh. Oh my gosh, it's all Klonoa art. So cute. I love it. Oh. Where's this layer? There we go. I need to focus more on what I'm doing. It is currently 2 p.m.-ish. 1:56, but my computer says 2 p.m. because my computer's ahead of time. I need to fix that. It keeps confusing me. Because I'll look at my laptop and be like, oh my gosh, it's that time already? And then I look at my phone and I'll be like, oh, no, it's not. Not quite. Klonoa draws Klonoa? Who would have thunk it? I know. Shocking. So, you guys maybe noticed these two characters have like the same symbol on them. Oh, you can't see her right now. There we go. They both have the little emblem somewhere on their chest. That's their business logo. They both work for the archaeology department of a museum. So that's their museum's logo. all these tracks from the Midnight that are just instrumental with no vocals, I really need sci-fi tabletop playlist. So they'd be so good in the background while we're playing a space campaign. Notice their long ears. Are they elves? They're aliens, but they do have some like elf-like features, yeah. They got the pointy ears. Actually, backstory time. I kind of went over this a bit last stream, actually. I forgot. I did like talk a little bit about this series last stream. But essentially, oh, this is a really good song too. These little alien guys I designed, at least her. I designed her like at the end of the summer, like going into the semester, because I knew I wanted to do these projects based on like one central character. And so I like designed a little sci-fi character because I wanted a basic sci-fi. But I wanted to be able to turn her into a custom doll because I've been like really into dolls and like customizing. And I thought that'd be really fun if I like put together this whole portfolio of like centered around this character in this project, and then I had a doll version of her, like a mini version. Also because one of the projects I had to do this semester based on her was create a cosplay of her outfit. So I have like a human-sized version of this outfit, and then I thought like I already have the materials, it'd be really fun to make a mini version too, and then I can have like a doll that I match with. But anyway, I picked G3 Draculara as like the body base for her for when I eventually make the doll, and so I designed her to kind of work with a Draculara doll's body, so she has pink skin and pointy ears because Draculara is pink skinned and has pointy ears. But I knew I wanted her to be an alien, so those traits kind of worked for the like, you know, she's not human. She's a little more like beast-like in some of her features. Like she's got horns and a tail, and then here, I'll turn the colors on for her so you can see her colors. Okay, so yeah, she's got the horns and tail. She's got like patterns. They've got these like face patterns for hers, so they're all round, and then like her eyebrows, she's got those instead of like regular eyebrows. And then he's got like more angular face patterns, but they all have pointy ears and they all have the horns and tail. He's done. I've got all his base colors. Wow. Okay, that's all the character base colors. So then I need to do the background. I think it's wholesome I'm drawing this for school. I really enjoy this class, and I'm really glad. It's an elective, but like I need a certain number of art electives for my degree. And I'm really glad that it exists because I was really excited to take it and I'm having a lot of fun with it. This is like my area of preference, I guess, when it comes to like art. I love comics, I love character design, and so yeah, it's like really, really central to what I enjoy doing. So it's been a lot of fun. And then at the end of my senior year, I have to do a like gallery exhibition where I show off basically my senior portfolio. And then now I'll have all this there because they're all like themed to this character, and I can have this fun little like gallery show of these characters and stuff. Here, I'll show you a Zeus reference sheet. Let me just pop this back here. There we go. There she is. Let me see where this looks at. Okay. And then her boss here. This is him. 2 of our characters. And then there's also 2 more. Where is he? Deep. There you are. Okay. Aw. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. Have a good rest of your train ride. So this is Pleep, what I'm doing for the school project, but he'll show up later. And then I have where is he? There he is. This is the one I didn't share last stream because I was not working in Clip Studio, and this is only in a Clip Studio format right now. Because it's just a rough sketch, but this is like her ship and the little like AI companion character in her ship. Just like some different expressions for him. And him vibing up here. So that's kind of our main character cast. And then there's some antagonists that have shown up. And there's a couple other like co-workers of hers who I'm still working on the designs for. And I want to do a design for another like space traveler like her, because essentially the idea, like the overarching story situation, whatever, is that wait, no, this is still the midnight. Okay. For a moment I was like, wait, is this no longer the midnight? Because I think this is... Does it have a different singer? Maybe not. But no, it is the midnight. Anyway. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, yeah. So, like, Zoo works for this museum, and she, like, goes out and gathers artifacts up. She's, like, Space Indiana Jones, essentially. And then, like... her boss stays at the museum, so he stays on world. She's rarely on world, but like the you know, the museum has their whole like all their employees and stuff. So I have like a few people I've designed who like are museum staff who don't go off world, and I'm still working on their designs, but they're like characters he would interact with more than she would. And then I want to design one that's another like person in her role where he also goes out off world and does stuff. And I haven't even started that design. But I kind of want to have a character that's like kind of like her rival. They hate each other because they're both trying to do the same thing and like take all the credit and be like the most well known on their planet or whatever, because their planet really values like learning and you know, researching and doing all this stuff. So like these guys are like really well known essentially on their planet, and so they're like essentially competing to be more famous. What am I doing? I want to pull up this page. There we go. This is another one of my pages, and I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but this is like one of my favorite panels. In a cave. Oh wait, this isn't the one I want though. I want, I pulled up the wrong one. I want this one. Yeah. This, because this is inside her spaceship. Okay. Notice that when we're making a bunch of OCs, we always have a soft spot or bias towards that one specific OC. Yeah, for me it's sometimes several OCs. Like I have one story where there's like this trio who I latch onto the most. And then I guess even within that trio there's like 2 of them that I like draw the most and obsess the most over, but still it's like 2 rather than 1. But absolutely we usually end up with our favorites. Of course, my favorites for this one are these 2. our main character and her boss. But the other characters are also less developed at this point. Except Bit. I love Bit, but he's our secondary character, so he's pretty well developed. Okay. Let me do this that color too. Oh, that's also floor. Okay, I think this. You never draw your bias OC anymore. Do you draw any OC? This is a call out. I should just use this. I'm still deciding what I want to do for the background of this little call. I should probably do like the color of whatever his office will look like. Drew one at one point, probably. No, that's fair though. Buying games because it has your favorite character, or buying things in general because it has your favorite character. Meanwhile, I want to make games with my characters in them. Oh, we gotta do Bit in here. He. Teehee. Oh, wrong color. There we go. Nice. I'm gonna worry about his background color later. Bought SF5 so you could play Akira. I'm blanking on what SF stands for. I'm the comeback kid. I don't know why this layer's underneath this one. I'm gonna swap that. Okay. Characters do a big role in everything, yeah. We like to connect with characters. Street Fighter. Oh yeah, I should have figured that out. Okay. Gotta love when they get a little guitar solo in the track. Oh, wrong layer. Okay. Also just a huge Rival Schools fan, yeah, he is. It's true. So satisfying when a company finally makes a new content about that one specific thing. Yeah. You know what I'm still waiting for? A return to F-Zero. Vampires. That's what this song is called. Is this the same layer? Which layer did I do this on? The first layer, okay. Okay, now I have to remember which buttons are which. Okay. Which color is that one? Oh, it's the pink. Duh. Not me forgetting how I did my own backgrounds. You know what else you wouldn't mind? Another Klonoa. Yeah. Okay, now I need these gray colors. Boop. Nice. Oh, and her chair. that one spot. Boop. Boop. Okay. Next panel. Oh, wait, we gotta do this one. We've got a purple button. And then we've got our gray here. Nice. Okay, so we need... which color for this one? I want to use the darker gray. But I'm tempted to go like dark for this one. Use this dark gray. Because although technically the other gray would be more accurate, this one would give a more like sinister aura. Where's my text? There. Yeah, and then really draw attention on her. I think that's a good idea. Please cross worlds on Supersonic. As close as we'll ever get. As long as Mario Kart lives, we will never see Captain Falcon return. Yeah, no, I don't expect to ever get another F-Zero, but like, if I remember correctly, what they've said is, oh yeah, we'll do it one day. We just have to figure out how to make it new because we can't make a thing without it being new. There's no reason to make it again if we can't do something different with it. And I'm like, why would you need to do something with F-Zero? Just release F-Zero. We just want the same thing. But yeah, really hope so. We got the remake, so they're not forgotten at least. I wish one was just straight ported to modern consoles. Yeah. Crossworlds actually looks pretty fun. Oh, I need my little... that thing too. I have the color for that somewhere. Actually, it's just her tongue color. I'll just take this. Bloop. Bloop. Ta-da. Okay, what's the next panel? Online multiplayer would be enough? Literally! Yeah, give us an online F-Zero. Cough, Pokemon cough. Yeah. Absolutely. Feel in general, fans are what keeps something popular, or at least not 100% dead. Yeah. Ugh. Readjusting in my seat because I've been sitting in one position too long. Okay. I should take a bite of my food. Okay. We need to do the floor. In this case, we'll also get like a white layer on top of all this, so it's like kind of translucent, and what'll be in the background there won't be as harsh. You know, this particular song kind of also makes me think of Police Knots. I feel like it would be good for Shadowrun. Tablet is 6%. Alright, thank you for coming. It was good to get to know you a bit. Have a great rest of your day. It's the synth jazz, yeah. It's absolutely the synth jazz. It's so jazzy. Okay. I need the color for the box too. Where's the box? Oh, this is my PNG, so it's got the layer on top. Let me grab the other page. Where is it? There it is. Okay, there's our box. Although you can see in this finished panel here, it's got designs on it, which I'll do later. I'm going to give it its own layer so that later steps will be easier. Oh, wrong one. I meant to do that down here. There. And then she's got the purple on top. Oh. Nice. I will have to wrap up here pretty soon so I can rush out to class. I just want to work on comic more. Oh, there we go. Maybe I should have more of the details of the ship back here, but I kind of like it just being simple so it just focuses on the subject. This one's also a really fun song. This one's really interesting to me because the Midnight doesn't do a lot of like voice editing. They're usually just like straight vocals on top of synth. But this one is like a crazy synth robot-y voice. So it's a little different. It's fun. Okay, I have to double check what this design was. Purple and then green. Purple. Okay. This thing also is the same color as the box. This is essentially the key that opens it, so it's like a microchip that gets slotted into it. Okay. I'm gonna stick with that darker gray for this one. And then this. Huh. I don't know if I want to do some kind of effect for this panel. Something to kind of add that like ominous effect. We'll keep it like that for now and then come back to it. Okay. Yeah, so we've got all our base colors now, except this. I think I might just do this gray, because I imagine there being a lot of like metal in his office. I don't know. It'll be at least a placeholder, and we can change it later if I don't like it. Ta-da! Oh, this one too. I'll deal with that later. Yay! We've got base colors. Now this background, rather than keeping it white, I might do like I've done for this one, where I had kind of a transition here. Girl, I don't want you. Go away. Okay. Pull up the other page here. Yeah, this one. So this is, these all go together, by the way. This is like one scrolling format page. I had originally been breaking them up to make it easier, and then I was like, no, this makes it more difficult to do paneling actually. So now I'm just doing them all one big scroll thing, but these are all one page. But it transitions from this one to this one. So as she gets in the spaceship, you see the fade to space in the backdrop. So I might do that also for this one, since this whole thing she's in her ship. So that would be like this color. And then I have to add the white to the speech bubbles, but then we'd get like stars in there. Little spacey texture. And that would kind of darken it up, and this is a more serious scene, so that might kind of add to that. I also have to add more variation between some of these things so they stand out more. But it also helps to emphasize that this like screen back here is, you know, it's like the what do you call it? Like the window in the cockpit looking out into space, and since these colors like kind of match, that might help emphasize that that's what's going on there. But oh, what's that about? Where's that? It's white, so I guess it would be in her. There we go. Cool. I'll mess around with that more later to make sure the contrast looks good and everything. But I think I need to leave. It's that time. So we've gotten some good progress and we will come back to this. It won't be the same page. Next week, next Thursday. So, I'll be... Let's do that Thursday. I can't remember if it's pencils or inks. It's probably pencils. Because the way we do it is like, you know, we have like our sketch due and then our final due. And they call it pencils and inks because it's like, oh, your pencil, your sketch, and then your ink, like your, you know, line art. But I decided to go above and beyond and do a full colored comic. So my inks are a fully rendered page rather than just an inked page. I forgot my connection's not good, so I will yeah, I'll check on here just so you guys know what we're gonna be doing. I also have to work on the cover art though. I'll pull up what I'm working on. We've got this cover. This is my sketch. This is my rough version. And I have to refine it more. The shape of the ship is too blobby. Like, it needs to be more well defined what it is. And then, like, other little touch-ups. I'm gonna train, because we did, like, critique in class. And people were saying, like, it's hard to read what her expression is supposed to be in this one. So I'm gonna actually change her from being more serious to having, like, kind of a mischievous smile. To show her, like, happy, like, naive personality, because that's kind of her whole deal, like, through this whole thing, is she's just naive and like happy and excited and, you know, gets in over her head. So we're gonna emphasize that more and, you know, just change little things, but this is the rough idea. And let me pull up the... What'll we do? Next Thursday. Okay, so this is... What is it? Next Thursday is the... Is it the 6th? Yes. Okay. So it is my pencils, my sketch. That'll be due then. So I'll probably be working on the sketch for the next page. Next stream. And if I'm not working on the sketch, or if, like, I finish the sketch and then have more time, then I'll be working on this picture. This full illustration, which will be more, like, more rendered and whatnot than the comic is. Because I want to get more detail in there. But yeah. That'll be next stream on this channel. But I will be on the Storm Squadron channel for a Among Us collab tomorrow. So if you're in the Discord, keep an eye out for that. If you're not in the Discord, go follow the Storm Squadron channel. And we'll be live tomorrow playing some Among Us. And Locke will also be there. And it'll be fun. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for coming by. Everyone who joined and chatted. And we're just playing the stream in the background. Yeah, I think that's it. And I'll have to figure out the connection issue. I might have to just stream in a different location. But yeah, we'll work that out for next time. It's good to see everybody. Bye-bye. I can't even hear my goodbye music. How sad. Let me turn that on. You guys can hear it. No, I can hear it. Oh, that's what's on. Cool. Okay, bye.